when you say there's no possibility, I believe Dana is right, because Ngannou wants certain things that are more important to him than money. And the UFC is not willing to give those things. So I think Dana's right. I think this is one that's not going to happen unless Ngannou decides, okay, I don't need them. I don't care about the sponsorship. I don't care about the fighters having representation. These are the things that he's caring about. These are the things that he's saying, this is more important to me than how much money I make. And those are things that the UFC is not going to give him. So why, when you look and you go, he cannot negotiate with him, because I already know going in, you want things that I'm not going to give you.
I wouldn't say that's the only reason. Francis is what, 37?
Yeah, somewhere around. Not 30, 35, 36, I think.
John Jones is my
36?
champ now.
Yeah, well, and that's, look at, these things make a difference in this world.
Mm-hmm.
36, that's
Yeah,
they make a difference.
it does.
And when you have all of a sudden John coming back and now fighting, and especially fighting well, it's easy to sit there and go, now he said this before the fight, so I'm not saying Dana's saying it because John won, but it's easy to look and say, yeah, you know, I can't negotiate with him, and I'm not going to try anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would I love to see Francis back there? I like to see Francis fighting the best because he's great to watch. There was the little bit of a discourse between Francis tweeting something out, nice victory to John Jones, and but you know, something about still the heavyweight, you know, king or something like that, and John saying, "You're a big pussy."
Oh wow, wow.
You're a super muscular guy with a pussy or something. Like
Oh
that.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I was like, you didn't have to go there, dude. There is the Jekyll and Hyde of John Jones.
Well, I think what Francis said at the end of his tweet, though, if you Dave, you want to pull that up, it said something like he called him boy or son or
No.
Yes.
I think he said something about he called himself the heavyweight king or something.
no, he
like
said
that.
something about baby boy.
Really?
Yeah, and the end of the tweet, I think it said baby
I didn't
boy.
see one that said boy.
Still the undefeated king, baby boy, or something like that. My baby boy. Like he said something like that.
Okay.
I believe.
I don't know.
Dave.
I think Josh Thompson's
Dave with the slowest internet
off
in the world.
on this one.
Good job, Johnny Boy. Sincerely,
Johnny
Heavyweight
Boy.
King.
Good
Well,
job.
what's wrong with Johnny Boy?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
I
it.
get called Johnny Boy all the time. I have a friend in Jack
because
Reese
you act like a 12-year-old.
constantly calls me Johnny Boy.
Because you act like a 12-year-old.
Well, it's okay. It's fun.
All right. Well, I mean, let me see John Jones's thing.
Yeah, why don't you see? No, John Jones's was
It was
not
tweet or Instagram, or
no,
was it an
no,
interview?
it was talk.
Here,
Oh,
I've
it's
got
talk.
it over here.
Got it.
Right here. I got the quote right here. Francis is a big old pussy.
Wow. Big old pussy. Interesting. Whoo. I mean, that's the fight to make, but they're not gonna get. Look, I don't understand why he even asked for sponsors. Like, what are you doing? Like, I get it. If you want the sponsors, come to Bellator. But like, why? Like, why even? You know, they're not. It's a hard line. They've drawn a hard line with every other champion they've ever had. You're 35, 36. They don't care. Like, John's their champ now too. So like, they
John's
really don't
35.
care. Yeah, no, but they just John's abilities. John could fight, like I said, till he's 45 in the heavyweight division. He's got all the attributes that these other heavyweights don't have. So he can be there for a while.
I don't know.
35.
Stipe tried to wrestle Ngannou. That didn't work the second time.
That's true. But here's the thing. Remember when we said before Francis left? We said, you better have that boxing contract about to be signed. Like when I get done, when I walk out of this room, it's signed. It wasn't signed.
I know.
So what are you doing?
You'd have to ask not Francis that. I think you have to ask Francis's management that.
Like, that contract should have been a done deal before you left the UFC.
You would think.
Yeah.
And
I'm not, and I'm gonna go back to Dana. I'm not taking Dana's word for shit. If Francis came back and said, "Hey, you know what? I can go ahead and budge on the sponsors." You know, what else did he want?
Fighter representation.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen either. So
No shit, it ain't.
those two things ain't happening.
Yeah.
But what was it? There was another one. There was another thing.
No, that was
Anyways,
basically it.
yeah, that shit ain't happening. But I mean, I'm sure they'll give him $3-4 million. I think they would, especially now that John won. That's a fight to make. I don't think they would. Dana says never, but
it has passed. It has passed.
Dana's lying. Dana would. He'll sell it all for to make more money. Like that's who he is. He's like whatever.
100% agree. Okay.